Good day. We are beginning a series of awareness sessions on different managerial issues. We will cover what is an organization, what is management, what is a SWOT analysis, what is a balanced scorecard, what are the 7 S's of McKinsey, but not only in management, in different managerial aspects such as process management. For example, we are going to cover business continuity management. We are going to have short awareness sessions on human resources management, marketing, etc. Today, we are beginning with the 101 with the title is What is an Organization? We are going to cover 4 elements. The first one is what are the organizations that lasted 1,000 years? The second point will be what are the mandatory elements for having an organization? The third one, what are the categories of organizations according to a scheme that we developed ourselves? And the fourth one, I will give you example of organizations. Outstanding if they are small organizations composed by 3 or 4 people, or big organizations, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 people. Let's begin by the first one, by the first element. What are the organizations that lasted for centuries? We are considering today 2 organizations that resisted to time. The first one, we are giving the example of military organizations, armies, and the second one, religious organizations. Why we consider them organizations? Because they lasted for centuries, and the mandatory elements for having organizations are they should have a mission, as we say in French, raison d'être, the reason for existence. The second one, all organizations should be composed by people, leaders, managers, followers. And the third one, there should be an organizational structure, hierarchy, layers, tasks, departments, etc. So in our case, we considered now for categorizing the organizations, we considered 2 elements. The first one is, are those organizations privately owned? It can be owned by one person or several persons, or if they are listed in stock markets, there can be thousands of owners. And the other side is public organizations, those that belong to states, to government, to collectivities. And the other element that we have taken into consideration is what are the objective, the main objective of these organizations? Are they mainly worried about making profit or not necessary profit? Let me state that all organizations, if they are public or private, they have in their objective, there are some interests. But some of them, indeed, the financial interest, it's a priority. For others, not necessary. So whenever we divided this quadrant, we have 4 kinds of organizations. In the A, in the B, in the C, and in the D. In the A, as you can see here, we have private organizations. In the B, we have private, non-governmental organizations. The third one, the C, we have public agencies, and I'm going to give example in the next slide on all of them. And the fourth one are the public companies here. For finalizing today's awareness session on organizations, let me give you an example. In the first one, in the A, in the quadrant A, so private organizations, and they have also as a main objective making profit, but not only making profit, because in modern management, especially when we are going to see the balanced scorecard, we are going to see that objectives has improved, changed. So in this case, we have, for example, banks, telecoms, hotel, restaurants, and there might be small organizations of 3, 4, 5 people, diagnostic centers, whatever. The second category here, I also considered university, but I'm going to give example of universities and hospitals, and we are going to see that we can consider them in the fourth quadrant. In the second one here, where we can see that they are private, but not their priority, first priority is not making profit, we can have bar associations, we can have chamber of commerce and industries, we can have syndicates, unions, but why not? We can have also a university, okay, or an hospital. The third one is whenever we are having a public belonging, and also not necessarily the objective is not necessarily profit, financial profit. We have indeed the ministries, the central bank, municipalities, but also we can consider a university here. And the fourth quadrant, whenever we are having a public belonging and the priority is financial, we can have, for example, in the oil industry, the oil and gas producing companies. We can have national airlines, the post, railways, aviation. Let me add one thing, as formerly I was pinpointing to it, that we can have hospitals in the four quadrants, we can have universities in the four quadrants also. So it's not necessary, but the trend is that we have those four subdivisions whenever we are thinking about organizations. The second awareness session will be on management. What is management? The 102. And the third one, we will present you a framework of, if I'm going to manage an organization, what are the elements that I'm going to take them into consideration. I'm done for today. So today we saw together what the definition of an organization, what are the organizations that lasted for centuries, what are the elements, the factors for having an organization. There are three: the mission, the people, and the structure. And we categorize the organization to four parts: private companies, private non-governmental organizations, public agencies, and public companies, and we gave examples. Thank you for the online awareness session of today.